If you know about the famous Brick Lane area in East London, you will know that Brick Lane is famous for its urban spaces and street art. But sandwiched between Brick Lane and its neighbouring area Shoreditch, you'll find this green space surrounded by some incredible street paintings. Taking a stroll by here is like walking through a massive art gallery. So I had to come down and see for myself and brought my cousin Nathaniel along with me so we can chat about growing up together and the outdoors and what he thinks about this outdoor creative space.
Definitely my age group. Outside is a big thing. Like I said, even like you had to have a bike kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like it was a must. Like your bike was like your phone now.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
now
yeah.
if you don't have a phone, it's like you don't have a phone. You don't have a bike. It's pressure, man. It was pressure. But yeah, definitely we did more outside stuff. And I felt cousins my age group and a bit younger, a bit older than me, meeting up was almost a must.
Yeah.
Like sleepovers,
Yeah.
meeting up, hanging out. As you remember you was like,
Yeah.
but you remember seeing us lot there.
Yeah, 100%. You was a regular in mum's house.
I was
boy.
a regular.
You was like, you're my main cousin that like literally,
Came round.
and I just knew like, and I remember growing up like, that's probably why even now we're so close in that sense. So, why do you think like a lot of young people aren't really like getting outdoors or like into nature kind of thing?
I think social media is now their nature kind of thing. Whereas before, outside was our social media, if you get what I'm saying, where we would spend most of our time. Like your mum or dad would have to come find you to bring you in.
Starting to rain.
Starting to rain. This is nature, isn't it? But
Whoops! Whoops!
that was the wind. There we are.
Yeah, just there.
Yeah. So as I was saying, so this was our social media. So I guess it could be a number of things. It could be as to what the world values now, and maybe they feel they can't get that out here because materialism has just gone through the roof. What you have, what you look like, there's a big pressure on how you look now and what you have. Whereas before, we wasn't exposed to that as much. So, and maybe the appeal. We're in an age where a lot of things are about gain, whereas before, just come out in the park with your friends, not looking to gain anything other than just have a good time in it and create memories and whatnot, which to some or a lot isn't as valued as much. So, yeah.
When you was younger, was you outdoors much? Like
All the time. All the time, me and my friends. Whether it's one friend, you start off with one friend, then you meet up with other friends. Obviously, you don't have a phone, or when you did have a phone, it was credit. We didn't have credit, so you have to go to different parks to find out where your friends were, or different parts of a park to find out, where your friends were hanging out. But I was out all the time, whether it was on my bike, on foot, playing football, chilling, socializing. Yeah, always outside.
So right now, do you currently go outside much or?
Yes, I do, because obviously my job entails being outside, coaching football. So I'm outside a lot in that sense. Also, I like going for walks and whatnot. Stop raining?
Yeah.
Yeah. Going for walks, You can go by yourself, you can go with someone. Yeah, that's me and outside. I love outside. Love it, love it, love it.
So how do you connect with outside though? Like you go for walks, you go for...
You can use it as a thinking space. Go and think. You can have your local park or just walk. Depending on where you live. Like if you live in a built up area where there's a lot going on, you know, it's a different walk to if you live in a more green area where there's greenery. Maybe sit down, just take everything in. And it depends what's going on when you are outside. Sometimes I can sit down and watch people playing a sport like it's like professionals. Like I'll be at home watching something on the TV and time goes by quick and you're like, oh, I've been out here for hours and you didn't even notice it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Do you think that young people will enjoy nature more with urban kind of spaces like this that have like touches of green around it?
Yeah, because as you can see here, it's all, the graffiti is basically expression and it's just people expressing themselves when they do all of this like graffiti stuff. Like from young, I don't know if you notice, we all express ourselves. Like you see a little baby, they grab a pen or a pencil and they start drawing on the wall. So it's like something from within. Do you know what I mean? So this is just us in our adult form expressing ourselves, obviously on a higher skillful level. So a touch of greenery, a touch of graffiti, and being allowed to do this will definitely help young people because this is talent. I couldn't do any of this.
Do you think it will like allow them to think like, oh yeah, this is a hangout spot like you were talking about earlier? Like?
Yeah, it's a hangout spot. It's free, you know. Hopefully no one will be, you know, watching anyone for what they have or what they do. You know, you can just socialize. And if you didn't do this stuff, you can get into it. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I would have a go at this. And who knows?
So, do you think that like in UK and England, the weather has a big thing to do with like why people aren't trying to go outdoors or in nature?
Yeah, the rain, especially the cold, depending on your background as well, you know. What heritage you're from and whatnot. You notice when the sun's out, we're all out and everyone's happy. Do you know what I mean? So definitely the weather does play a part. Also, I feel the weather switches, so you don't know what you're gonna get. You can get one thing and then it could just go into a whole something else. Do you know what I mean? But I feel if people can find like a middle ground with the weather, it doesn't always have to be sun's out or whatever. Like autumn's fine for me. Spring is fine for me. That's like, and then obviously summer is summer. So if you can find sometimes where you're like, you know what, it's not hot outside, but it's doable. We can go out and still enjoy outside. Do you know what I mean? But to be fair, there is some times where I've grown up and it's been muddy, it's been raining, and I've had some fantastic times. Like I don't know if I'm speaking from being a young boy or whatnot, but we get muddy, and the more mud you had, the more fun you had. Do you know what I mean? So, but yeah.
Do you think men and women like enjoy the outdoors differently?
Differently.
Yeah.
Definitely differently. Definitely differently. I think men get on with it. I haven't got worried about their hair or whatnot, you know. Women, you know, nah, can't do that, da 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 da. But some women do get on with it. You know, some do. Not as much, but some women definitely do just say, yeah, let's just go out and roll your sleeves up and just get on with it and have fun. Yeah.
I'm not sure if you're aware, like with me, like why I started like getting into nature and the outdoors and stuff. But in 2018, I went to the Amazon.
Oh, yes.
So I went to the Amazon, I camped there and stuff. And during that space of my life, it was quite an angry, not understanding life much time for me. You know, already, like, I was kind of starting to live by myself at that point there. And for me, I feel that nature and the outdoors really changed my perspective on life and stuff like that.
Right.
And I feel like for like young people, especially like young men, it can be like a place for them to even like a space where they can kind of de-stress themselves and like get the opportunity to heal, if you want to say. And especially like people from our communities, like being really overwhelmingly stressed with stuff like that, and like just microaggressions and everything that we're dealing with on a day-to-day basis, like just having 10 minutes to try to like free your mind in that sense and change your kind of outlook on the world, because a lot of the time the things we're dealing with can often be stressful, and we don't get that space or that kind of opportunity, if you want to say, to just connect with it. And like you even said, it's free. Like, it's free to come out here. It's not like you're paying to like come outside to go be in a green space or somewhere even like this that's kind of got art and got greenery as well.
So it's all to do with like changing the environment of an individual, because a lot of people are shaped by their environment, hence why you get certain behavior patterns from people grown up in a specific environment. Do you know what I mean? Completely different areas, but it's the same environment, if you get what I'm saying. So even the way people talk, act, look at people, perceive people and whatnot. But if you was to take an individual out of that space and put them, like you said, in the Amazon, in the woods, just away from what they're used to on a day-to-day, it will change their thinking, you know. It probably change the way they engage with people when they're in that space as well, and solve a lot of issues which they didn't realize that they had or they were carrying, you know. So yeah, definitely, I would encourage a lot of people, especially males, especially, to get out more in another space. I think a lot of healing will take place, like you said, happened for yourself. And I feel a lot of them, they feel that they're angry and they don't know why they're angry, especially with one another, you know, like without a just cause, you know. But again, it's the environment, it's what they've been fed, it's, you know, what they see, you know, because your diet is not just what you eat. Your diet is what you read, what you see, what you listen to, what you watch on the TV, you know, whatever you feed yourself, that is also your diet. It's not just what you eat or drink.
I know you do football coaching and like you're outdoors for football, like you said, watching matches or sports and stuff. But when was the last time you'd say you properly engaged with nature and the outdoors? Just you and the outdoors, trying to like, you know, connect.
Properly, in terms of I spent a few days somewhere, that's been years. Going for walks is a regular thing, you know. I do go for long walks through parks, commons, sit there and chill for a little bit. But I would really like to just go away, like for a few days and just chill and relax. I think that will help me even more than my little walks. So yeah, that's something probably I do need to look into.
How do you think you're gonna do it?
How would I do it? My next time off work, start looking into it, like places to go. Probably take annual leave, and yeah, just look into where I can go and enjoy myself for a few days.
What would it be though, like? What do you think it would be? Like, do you think you're gonna? Would it be like an adventure thing, climbing? Would it be like just camping?
I would like a combination of both, where you can chill over here, but then you can go climbing over there and whatnot. So I need to find a great balance between the two. Yeah, most definitely.